2005, I helped my mother get a condo. I put the down payment and everything for her. I thought everything was going okay. She never really bothered me. But then in the last couple months, she's been asking me for money. I'm still financially okay. I'm not really stressed. So I've been lending her. Then I just found out that she's been late on them. What I'm really concerned also, because my credit score, I just found out is a 416. Yeah.
She hasn't been, so let me just get this straight. You not only lent her money to buy a condo, you not only have been lending her money to pay for the mortgage payment of that condo, you co-signed for that mortgage as well, and the only reason that they gave her a mortgage for that condo is because you co-signed, and Mommy has been taking the money from you but has not been paying the mortgage payment.
That's true.
You have no credit card debt yourself, is that true?
That is true.
How much do you have in savings yourself?
About $10,000 right now.
Now, and how much do you have in a retirement account?
Nothing.
Nothing. And how old are you?
25.
And how much money do you make a year?
About 55 to 60,000.
And do you have a home that you are renting or that you are paying for on a mortgage as well?
Renting.
So you are renting, your mother is owning. You are responsible, your mother is irresponsible.
My concern is if she doesn't pay right now and they decide to take the house, foreclose it, how is that going to affect me? How can I say that it wasn't me, it was her?
You can't. Daniel, on the Susie Orman Show, until I am blue in the face, I have been saying never, ever, ever, ever co-sign a loan for anybody. You cannot co-sign a loan. It is the number one mistake that every single one of you will make, and it will never, ever, ever, in the majority of cases, ever turn out where it works out for you or the person who asked you to co-sign. Now that's the bad news. Here's the good news. Your credit has already been ruined. And if they take the house from her, it can't ruin your credit any more than it already has because you're already at a 416 FICO score. So you're already down about as low as you can go. The lowest is 300, so you can't be hurt much more. But what you have got to do is you now have got to grow up. You let them take the house from your mother. In fact, you might even want to call the lender and tell them, just take it. Just get rid of it. I can't do anything. You might as well foreclose on me. I don't have the money to save it or to sell it. You probably won't get as much as you paid for it, especially if it's a condo. So I would get rid of that piece of property, and I would tell my mother that you gave everything that you could. You trusted in her. She let you down. She wasn't woman enough to tell you that she was going to let you down, and therefore she's going to have to grow up and do this on her own from this day forward.
I work for New York State and will retire in 4 years. I co-signed on my daughter's student loan, a key alternative loan. My daughter wants to drop out of school and says she will not pay the loan back, so I will have to repay the loan. The loan was about $52,000, not including interest. I make $95,000 per year. I don't own anything, have no savings except for $180,000 in deferred compensation. My question is, should I forego retirement and pay the loan off from my paycheck? Or should I borrow from my New York State deferred compensation plan and my pension and just work until the amount is repaid?
Oh boy, Renee. How old did Renee say she was?
She is 52 years old.
Oh, Renee, at 52 years of age, in 4 years you would be 56. That's younger than I'm going to be this year. Got that? So should we be retiring even if we have the money to do so? No, you're still young. I don't want you to borrow from your deferred comp, from your retirement plans. I want you to work and pay this off. And in working and pay it off, I don't want you to let your daughter forget that she's making you extend your retirement by 4 years because she is irresponsible. Have you learned now not to co-sign a loan? I want to start by talking to you about debt. Not your debt. No. You probably have enough of your own. But debt of other people's that maybe you feel that you're going to be responsible for one day. Maybe it's your parents. Maybe it's your kids. But here's what you need to know. Let's first talk about your parents. I know. We all think our parents should be absolutely financially responsible, that by the time they get older and when they die, that they're going to leave us money. That's our wish or our dream. Sometimes, however, our parents are not financially responsible and they actually die with credit card debt. And then you're wondering, are you legally responsible for the debt that your parents leave you? Do you personally, out of your own money, have to pay off their credit card debt? The answer to that question is no, you do not. If there is any money in the estate at all that they are leaving you, of course, that money first needs to go to pay off their debtors. But let's say they die and all they leave you is credit card debt. That is it. There is nothing else. No home, nothing. You just need to know it is not your problem. That debt dies with them. Got that? Next, you have kids. Have you ever wondered, why is it when your children go to a university, a college, that these credit card companies give them credit? They don't have a job, they don't have any money, they don't have any credit ratings. What's going on there? I'll tell you what's going on there. The credit card companies, in my opinion, have a feeling, and a very good feeling, because you usually do this, that when your kids get in credit card trouble, mommy and daddy, you save them. You pay the bills for them. So they're hoping you're always going to do that until they get through with college and they go out on their own. Now, you find it strange that once the kids are out of college and they're on their own outside of the university and then they apply for credit, the credit card companies say, nah, denied. You are not legally responsible for your child's credit card debt either that they have opened up in their name. And if I were you, I would not save my children. If they got themselves into credit card trouble when they're young, let them feel what that's like to be in trouble, so that as they get older, they already have learned a lesson that is an important one to learn. So are you responsible for other people's debt in those two situations? The answer is you are not. But whose debt are you responsible for? Obviously, you're responsible for your own credit card debt. But if you happen to be married and your spouse runs up credit card debt in their individual name after you have gotten married, or if you have a joint account with your spouse, then something happens. Your spouse dies, your spouse divorces you, or you divorce your spouse. You will be legally responsible for that credit card debt. So be very careful. I always say on the Susie Orman Show, M just doesn't stand for marriage, it also stands for money. So there are legal obligations when you get married, and you better know what they are.